Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Tavern Talk. Grab a seat, grab a drink. Let's have a quick chat. Today, episode 3. I want to talk to you about early community. And I think this will be very important for new streamers. Some experiences that not a lot of people will talk about. I haven't found, even after I experienced them, I haven't found those videos yet. So, where shall we start? Oh, very easy. Streaming to 0 people. Your early days of streamings are going to be streaming to 0 people, no matter what. Very hard, unless you come with a community from a different platform and you start fresh because you decided to give this adventure a go, you decided to start this new quest in your life, you're going to start to 0 people. And that's amazing. You see, a lot of people are going to tell you that that's the bad thing. That's the worst thing in streaming. No, that's the best way in streaming. Why? Because that gives you the chance to start developing yourself. That gives you the opportunity to learn how to talk in front of a camera if you've never done it before. Even if you're a VTuber, it learns you how to develop a conversation naturally without having to bounce. If you're outside in a tavern with or a pub or a restaurant with your friends or family, you start talking, people react either physical or verbally, and you bounce from that reaction. Now here, you have nothing to bounce from. So 0 viewers in the beginning, it's I found it okay. Once my mind comprehended what's happening and I dropped watching the numbers because that was the worst thing I could have done. And I know a lot of people tell you don't watch the numbers. That's a fact. That I can confirm. Don't watch the numbers. Take that chance with 0 viewers to develop, to learn how to talk, to learn how to describe what's happening. Go for it. At one point, you're gonna have your first chatter. Now, I'm not gonna take in consideration the people that come in for spamming, for scamming and spamming and destroying your stream just because they have fun. No, I'm talking about the actual first chatter that comes in, says hello, is not trying to sell you anything. He's just asking you about your day, about the game you're playing, how come you're playing the game. So it's not always gonna be a very fast development in that conversation. He's going to have to wait a bit. You need to remember there are always delays between you seeing the text, answering, and him hearing it. There's always going to be a delay. As small or as big, there's always going to be a delay. I remember my first chatter and my first follow while I was live. And honestly, I felt amazing. And it's okay for you to feel amazing also. Feel amazing. That's why you're doing all of this. Now, even when you know you have somebody watching, don't do the biggest mistake a lot of new streamers do. Don't try to push a conversation to that person. You still need to talk to yourself. You need to keep bouncing your own ideas between you and yourself. Yeah, if that person wants to join the conversation, he will. They will. But if they don't, let them there. They are lurking, they are working. Don't make them feel obligated to keep spamming your chat. So even though you know you have now somebody watching, still do what you've done before at 0 viewers. Keep going. Keep developing that. But the most important part is now you need to start paying attention to your chat. And here's a big thing. In the last 1.5 years, once I finish my stream, I always raid somebody. That means you're passing all your viewers to somebody else. It's very common on one of the platforms. I haven't seen it on the other ones, to be honest, that often. But on Twitch, very, very common. I found people that we raided with high numbers. no reaction. And because I was still in chat, I wanted to see when they're gonna react to that stuff. That people are saying hi. You're having two viewers, somebody drops 100 viewers. It's a massive thing. How are you gonna react? You need to react to that. Because the people that never reacted, and or they were too shy or emotions run high, and I fully understand that, even if they do, you still have to react. Because I raided with 30 people, 50 people, 100 people, 20 people, with all type of numbers. I raided. Whenever I finish a stream, I like sharing the love and passing and trying to discover new streamers and doing all of that. The ones that never reacted were the ones that I saw all my community went in, they said hello, nothing, and it was -1, -1, -20. The numbers went down when and reached back to the same number that guy was in or that person was in. So always take that in consideration. You have a chat. Yes, you are doing what you're doing, talking about the game, how your day was, and everything else that bounced through your head at that stage. But you need to keep an eye on your chat. What's happening? You need to react, even if it's one viewer or 100 new viewers. Another big thing is regular viewers are going to matter more in day one than the numbers. And this will never change because you're working for a community now. You're working to build a community. You're working with the community. So having people come back, that is the important thing. You've done something. They came in the next day. Trust me, I have people that came in when I had 2 viewers. And I'll tell you exactly who those viewers were. One was me on my tablet because I was watching the stream to see how it's being seen differently, which is something after about 2 months I stopped. And the other one was my wife. And I had a community member that popped in, and now he's a community member. Back then he was just a viewer, but the thing is he popped the next day, the third day, the fourth day, and I think since I started having the stream streak, I think at the moment he's on 275 or something like that. Since they implemented, he hasn't missed a single day. That's a community member. He pops in, he says hello, we talk for a few minutes. I know he needs to go to work. He discovered me, not the other way around. I still feel every single day he comes in and says good morning, I still feel like a winner. Because that gives me the satisfaction that I am doing something that other people like. And it's also something I like. It's that private club we're having, and it's ours. And we're building it together, and they keep coming back. So that always makes me happy. Now, here's the thing. I can tell you right here, right now, why the community growth is more important than the viewers count. But I hope you understand that. The thing is, having people that keep coming back is more important than having 500 people watching you for an hour. So this comes to my next step. Next one is raids. At one point, some other streamer, not the 1,000 people, no, but other streamers are gonna discover your content. Either because you're playing the same game, you're in the same region, time zone. Somebody saw you and they, hey, this little streamer, this little fish in the big pond, can we do something nice for him? And they're gonna raid you. I still remember my first raid. Her name was Black Swan. She's an amazing streamer. She's very kind, very sweet, and she has raided me. I was playing a game back then called Once Human. Don't judge. I was playing it. Now, again, I had 0 viewers. And she raided me. There were hundreds, if not thousands of people playing the same game. I remember why. It was because of the title. Because I was saying in my title something silly that I will help anyone that has a question. And I did. And I still do that every single day. Now people know that they can ask questions. And the raid was something massive. It was something like 75, 85 people. Now, it doesn't sound a lot when you're watching a big streamer with 22,000 viewers, but when you're at zero and you get 75, it it's huge. It's massive. And I was very emotional because I wasn't expecting it. It was the first time I was seeing the sound alerts and every type of alert popping in and people following and getting a follow here and a follow there. And the reality is, out of those 75, something like that, I think I got about 7 or 8 follows. So I didn't get 75 follows. No. I got about 7 or 9 followers, something like that. Here's the thing, some of them from this is in the first month of me streaming. They are still part of my stream also. Because I got to know that the other streamer Swan, since then I try my best to also be part of her community. And whenever she's online, I pop in. We have a chat. I also DM'd her in Discord, and we talked about a few ideas of what I had about the stream, and she was very nice and very pleasant. But the idea is, just because you're gonna get the raid doesn't mean you're gonna get the viewers. But here's the thing, I want you to celebrate that big raid. Even if it's 2 viewers or 2,000 viewers, celebrate it. Somebody has noticed you. And the more often they will happen, that means somebody is noticing you. You're doing something nice. People like it. People that are like-minded with you. Okay? I am not here to tell you to be in a certain way. Absolutely not. I'm against that. I want you to be you. And people that have the same mentality as you, they will come to you also. Yeah, so keep that in mind. Remember the names of your community members. Remember what you talk. Get to know them. That's how you build friendship. That would be my next big advice. But the most important one regarding this is be patient. As you can see, I've said it in episode 2, I said it in episode 1. This is streaming. This is not a job. A job, you go to an interview, you get a job, you start on a Monday, and Monday you meet everyone, you know exactly how much money you're making, and that's it. Here, it's a growth. It's a simple, slow, steady growth. Be patient. Communities are not built overnight. This is not going to happen. And my expectation was different, but I learned to change it. It takes months, not days, not weeks. It takes months for you to start having a community. And this is where I want to bring something else. We discussed in a previous episode, and I said I learned this the hard way. Once you start developing your community, once the community starts growing, you're going to start changing in whatever way. Your stream is going to change. The brand, if you want to work for a brand, if you're doing it for a hobby, if you're, I don't know, just sharing your time with your friends, all of those ideas are going to change a bit. Embrace them. Be happy to change them. Don't get scared if you get raided. React to your chat. Now, here's a funny story. I'm going to close this talk today with a funny story. So this is, again, in the very early stages of me streaming. One of the viewers pops in, and she was amazing. She was very nice. She was very kind. Every morning popping in, saying good morning, saying this. How you guys doing? How is everyone? It was just me. Very nice. She never tried to sell anything. She never tried to do anything. At one point, at this stage, I was still building the security system, and I was still trying to implement bots to protect my stream and everything else I learned. One of the bots I recommend is SeriBot. It's very simple. You don't have to install it. You just have to follow them on Twitch and follow the guidelines they have there, the two commands, and you have a security anti-bots and spammers. And as I said, it's free. Yeah. But anyway, this viewer, she's now coming in for about a month. We are having chats, how my day is going, how her day is going, and everything else. One day, a little spammer pops in at the same time. Now I'm panicking. Yeah. The thing is, with this new AI bots, they talk to you like you're human, like they are human. They react to how you answer a question. So it took me a few seconds to realize that the other person was not a person, was a scammer bot. So my viewer says, why do you waste time? Just ban them. And I did. It's just when I went to right click and ban, because I didn't have a stream deck at the time. And this is what I said we're going to discuss about gear, but I didn't have a stream deck. I had nothing automated. So I right clicked and banned the person. Here's the thing. I missed click and I banned my viewer. The one viewer I had, my first viewer, I banned her. I felt instantly down. I was like, what the hell have I done? I didn't know how to unban her. I was panicking. I was like, what the hell, man? Like, what have I done? In the meantime, I also banned the bot. But then I had to go and Google, and I was still having difficulties not Googling on stream, and because I didn't want my private details to be shown. So I had to go and Google and to find out how to unban somebody. It took me about 15 minutes to unban it. I did it. Never saw her again. She still follows. The channel is still followed by her. But yeah, never saw her again. So if you see her now, again, I think I said it 1,000 times. I'm sorry. I misclicked. I'm truly, 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 truly sorry. It happened. And this is one of the things I want you guys to know. Stuff like this, maybe not this, but silly stuff will happen. You will feel the emotions rushing in. You've done a mistake, you've done something. Accept it. Unfortunately, I didn't know this back then. Nobody told me that this stuff will happen. So I closed my stream. I was like, I'm so sorry, I can't do it. And I finished the stream in about 5 minutes. It was emotional for me. Why? Because that was my first viewer that kept coming back. And she kept coming back until that day I banned her. That was it. Never saw her again. I don't know if she watched how we developed as a stream. I don't know if she saw the changes, because I had overlays. I had a lot of stuff inspired from these YouTube videos that tell me that I need to do stuff to get 1,000 viewers. That they are gone now, by the way. A lot of the stuff, a lot. 100% of the stuff that I had in day one is gone. Like everything I had as overlay and everything else. The next thing is, the next big advice is, you see in a lot of streamers, the bots, you're going to have different platforms you're going to work with. And I want you to learn, you can make the distinctions between them. You can hide them in chat. So if you look at somebody very, very big, you're not going to see stuff like Stream Elements or Chatbot or any stuff like that in the chat. But that doesn't mean they are not in the background. They are in the background. They are working there. And the idea is very simple. You have a lot of tools there to help you. Don't say you don't need them. Take one day at a time. implement something, do them yourself so you know when they break down how to change them. A lot of these platforms like Stream Elements, I don't use the software from them, but I use some of the sound alerts from them. The same with chatbot sound alerts. um, I used I still use certain elements. That doesn't mean I need to use everything. One of the biggest advice about this type of platforms, once you start using it, join their Discord. Why is that crucial? That's crucial because if they have a problem, that's where they're going to post it. So keep an eye on that. If you have a problem, the first thing I recommend, for example, there's somebody that says, I followed, you have an alert set up in Streamer Elements, and we can discuss about alerts and everything. They're very easy nowadays. And nothing happens. So you need to understand, is it your end? Is it their end? Is it Stream Elements end? So you need to check out very fast what's happening, because it's something that you want to represent your stream. Not every time somebody follows, I don't know, you have a knock, knock, knock. Who's there? Me, who? Me, the new follower. It's one of those things. It represents you, and you want to make sure it's working. So learn to keep an eye on this stuff. And there are a lot of great platforms. Now, the platform I've been talking about, and I mentioned earlier, Stream Elements and Chatbot, I use the free options with them. I'm not paying for that. Yeah, so you can have a bit of here, a bit of there, a bit of everywhere. But the idea is, if you start paying for everything, it's going to add up. And this is, again, part of the early community. You started. People start coming in. And you want to do a lot for them. Please, please do not subscribe to every single platform that can do something funny for one viewer. Let it grow. There are different ways for you to access everything the same way for free. I'm not saying having ads run or anything else. No, but there are certain parts of certain established communities, established websites, established platforms that can help you do this. So please, if you see a video that, hey, we recommend this site, yes, it's only, I don't know, $9.99 or $3.99 a month or a year, doesn't necessarily you need to have it. I personally know a lot of big streamers that don't have any of those. And when I say big, is how you classify a streamer: small, big, whale, but that's the idea. Don't start spending. You love your community is growing. You love the fact that you have people coming back. You love the fact you have somebody to chat with. You want to do something fun. Try to learn to do them differently. Don't pay for them. Because at this stage, when you're going to have two people in, trust me, no platform is going to reward that financially to the point of, oh my God, I have two people watching me and I'm making £10,000 a month and I can afford £3 a month. No, you can't. Learn the success of the community. You see, I want you to measure the success of your stream not by the numbers of people watching you, but by the numbers of people coming back the next day. The people that are now starting to be part of your community, of the same community. Yes, you started it, but you are now part of the same community. So they are now being part of it. So start measuring your success based on how many people come back. Okay? And if you want the best target for this, or the best image for this, if you look at all the streamers, every single one of them, they're going to have followers and the people in the stream. You're going to see people with 1 million followers. And if you look at the stream, it's 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. Well, it's not a million. And I can tell you that because right now we are about 1.4 thousand on Twitch. I don't have 1,000 viewers. And that's the reality. And that's the honest truth. So start measuring your success based on the people coming back to your community. and don't have the expectations of them being there every single minute. People have lives, people have other stuff they are doing, people have other streamers that are watching, people exist outside your chat. But every time they come in, the next day, every 3 days, every four, when they have the time in your live, measure that as your success. You made them come back. You've done something that they have appreciated. So enjoy it. Let me know about your experiences, your funny experience with your first viewers. Do you have one? Did you do something stupid like me, banning your first viewer? Or is it just me? Is it just me? Done. As I said, thank you for watching. Grab a seat, grab a drink, and go stream. Go make content. Go live and enjoy it. Have a lovely day.